imagine that it would drag in a situation like this, and it's quite the opposite. It's going very fast, which, as I say, is the better of the two options, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And, before you know it, Fern will be in, and that'll be a great laugh, and everything like that. Before you know it, you'll be approaching that 37 hours mark.
Oh, I hope so, John.
Yeah.
And then you'll have broken that. That'll be a massive psychological
And 37 hours and 1 second, I'm going home. It's done. Forget this world record, for goodness.
I think you'll do it. You'll be so boosted, you'll want to carry on.
How much do you want to bet?
Oh, okay.
I tell you what, if you bet £250,000, right, I'm going now. So how are you, Mr. John Culshaw?
Not bad at all. Very happy to be here.
Was that another impression? Was that my brother?
No, I think that was just me.
You did not bad at all. That's what my brother said.
Is that one of his phrases?
You don't know that,
isn't it?
If you ever speak to my brother and you go, how are you? He'll go, not bad at all, not bad at all.
He
He
does
says it twice.
Yeah.
Yes. I like those phrases he uses, like "my dear chap," and he speaks in that wonderful formal way.
Yeah. It's from the Victorian times,
He
my
does,
brother.
yeah.
Yes,
Despite being only slightly older than me, at 26. So what have you got? What are you doing? What are you working on? What's new? What's fresh? What can we help you with?
Oh, let me see. I've just finished working on the 700th edition of The Sky at Night.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Professor Brian Cox was on that. And space is like that big that if you were to get your sports bag out of the wardrobe,
Right.
your biggest one, space wouldn't fit in it because it's like
Nice.
that big.
Nice.
There's like loads of it.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you done, because Brian Cox used to play keyboards
Yes.
in
that's
D
right.
Ream?
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Have you done Brian Cox reciting lyrics to a D Ream song, but if he was on The Sky at Night or something?
Yes, that's a good idea.
Have you not done that yet?
No, that's
I'll
a good
get you
idea.
the
We
lyrics.
should do it now.
I'll find them. Right.
It sounds quite good. Brian Cox.
How many were in D-Ream? Was it just the two of them?
There was
Cox
the
and-
lead singer.
There was Brian Cox and there was Peter Cunner, wasn't there?
Yeah. But there must have been more than that.
Yeah, there must have been.
So how was
Say
was
the
Patrick
intro.
Moore on the show?
Yes, he most certainly was. He most certainly was saying, "No, I have a drink," and then he'd talk about the fountains of Enceladus. They shouldn't be there, but they are. Things like that.
And you understand all that because you're into astrology.
Yeah, astronomy.
Sorry.
What's
Astrology's like...
astrology?
Oh,
is that like
Pisces.
oh, right. Yeah, I'm a Taurus. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. No, you're not into that. But you're into astronomy.
Yeah, exactly,
And
yeah.
the stars. And you know, the proper names of the stars that we call, like, the one that looks like a frying pan
Yeah,
and
quite
the
a
one
few
that
of
looks like a broken star.
Yeah.
You know the proper names.
Yeah, Betelgeuse, the constellation.
Excuse me?
of Orion. Betelgeuse.
Wow.
That's a star that might go supernova sort of any time.
What does that mean when it goes supernova?
Basically, that's the end of the life of a star, and it kind of explodes.
And what is it? What's the name of it?
Supernova.
No, the battle guller.
Oh, Betelgeuse. Some people call it
Betelgeuse.
Betelgeuse, yeah, or
Right.
Betelgeuse.
I
Either
didn't
one
like
is
that.
fine. Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Yeah. And if Betelgeuse goes supernova, it will just glow very bright in the sky and almost be like a second sun in the daytime.
Do you know what, John? I've been on the radio for 26 and a half hours, and I have no idea what you're talking about. But I honestly think if you'd have come in 26 hours ago, I still wouldn't have had a clue what you were talking about. But I find it very charming. Do you know what the lovely thing is about John is, and I've said this before, John Culshaw, by the way, who's a lovely man,
No,
and a very good friend. We've known each other a long time.
it is a long time, isn't
At
it?
least a fortnight. John is an amazing impressionist. But what's even better is that some of his biggest impressions are, for example, Patrick Moore
Yeah.
or Brian Cox. And he's really into his stars and his astronomy. But he also likes Doctor Who. But he does a brilliant Tom Baker Doctor Who impression. So when he does the impression, he can also throw in all the jargon because he's into it, because he's a bit of a nerd.
In the same
In a
way,
lovely way, though.
in the same way that another
I've got a present for you at my
area
house.
of interest for you is boxing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're a massive boxing fan. And I think it's no
Yeah.
coincidence that actually part of your extensive repertoire of impressions are boxers, and you know your
that's right,
boxing
yeah.
stats as well.
Yeah, started with Frank Bruno.
You know, I think you're doing 27 hours. You know, if you do 27, you can do 30. If you can do 30, you can do 35. Then you're pushing 37. Then you've done that Radio 1 record. And then that's going to give you a boost. And you'll keep going on and keep dictating the pace. And then before you know it, you'll have done 50 hours. And then you'll be so like euphoric by then. You're going to push on and push on
Yeah.
and then smash that world record.
Smash it.
And then I think you'll hit 55. And then
Yeah.
I think you'll feel that you're done. And
No, Frank, I'm going home after that. Do the laugh, do the laugh.
Do the laugh.
Yeah, they done it. I knew they'd done
Do
it.
you get embarrassed when I do my impression of Frank Bruno? Because it's like a crap version of your impression.
No. It sort of reminds me of those, pub lock-ins we used to have where we'd do that.
That was never us.
What
That was never us.
What are you talking about?
Those were just
crazy man.
Those were just two
How little
weight.
sleep have you had?
Yeah,
Frank
maybe
Bruno.
we just all imagined it.
And then my impression of Chris Eubank is John's impression of Chris Eubank. I do John doing Chris Eubank, which is Christopher. I like that.
No, that's good.
Christopher.
That was good.
Yes.
That was good.
No. Yes. No.
I always enjoy it.
Sometimes.
If I bump into Chris Eubank, he'll always say, "No, you speak with the lisp. This is wrong. I've had my teeth fixed, and the lisp is now a whistle." So correct it.
I think that's one of your best, actually, John.
Yeah, I mean, he's a gift. Character
Eubank,
like him is
yeah.
a gift.
There's certain impressions that John does that I never get bored of them, and they always make me smile. And there's a handful, and there's some added to that list all the time. Dale
Winter's one of the
Ozzy
finest.
Osbourne,
Oh, yeah?
George Bush, those three, they always get me. Every time, and I've heard John do them a gazillion times, but it still makes me smile. And I love the fact that when he does Ozzy Osbourne, and you have to watch this if you're watching on the red button or the online, John can't just look away for a second, John.
Okay.
Look at me. Put the camera on me. John can't do Ozzy Osbourne without doing this. And when he does this, and he drags his finger across his forehead, because when he does him when he wears a wig, he has to move the hair out of his
Yeah.
face. But when John does it without wearing the wig, he still can't help but do that, which I love. Isn't that right, John?
I think that's true. Like Ozzy always does that, He hands like that, and he does kind of like keep brushing his hair
See?
out of the way. It's like amazing what you guys have been doing. Like you've sort of like been on forever, and I think you will go on forever. And I think that world record's yours, man. It
Ozzy.
goes down for years.
Ozzy, you know Will Kinder?
Yeah.
He's requested Ozzy doing the advert for the insurance advert with the dog.
Oh yeah. Can you save me money on car insurance? Oh yes. I suppose I've got lots of forms to fill in. Oh no.
I've always loved that. Always loved it.
Who else did you mention? You mentioned the lovely Dale there.
Love
I'm
you,
sure
Dale.
would be very, very proud.
And
Very
of
proud of your
course,
staying power.
George W. Bush. You can't help but love a bit of George Bush.
No, my fellow Pelicans.
That's right.
I think the fan achievementation that you're achieverizing is so fantastic. This is what you're achieving right now. It's going to go down in geography.
Are you working on any new ones?
Let's see. There's a few that I'm looking at, but I haven't started to sort of
Okay.
learn them yet.
All right.
New characters that will come up.
You don't want to say.
People like Charlie Brooker. He'll be a good character. To
Right. Just look scruffy and miserable. That's all you got to do.
But Brian Cox is my favourite at the moment.
Yeah, you are loving
Like you
him.
said, there's certain phrases that just sound good when... The intro to Life on Mars sounds great as Brian Cox.
My name is Sam Tyler. I had an accident, and I woke up in 1973. Am I mad, in a coma, or back in time? Whatever's happened, it's like I've landed on a different planet, and maybe if I can work out the reason, I can get home.
Ah, that's
It's
lovely.
lovely, isn't it?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Delivered as him.
I printed off some lyrics on the printer
Fine.
for D. Ream. I don't know if it's worked or not, because I don't know how the printer works after a million hours of being on the radio. But if you would like to text in, we just put it on the screen. Is it blank?
Yeah.
Okay, fine, I'll find it again. We'll put it up on the screen if you would like to give us some money for cover relief. Maybe John just made you chuckle with his hilarious impressions of famous folk. Then you can text the word Chris to 70011. Dave, do you want to do the rest of it, and I'll try and find
Yes,
these lyrics.
I will, if I can find the terms
Text
and
the word
conditions.
Chris to 70011. How much does it cost, Dave?
It costs £1, and by texting £1, you will be giving Comic Relief £1 to help transform the lives of poor and vulnerable people all over the UK and across Africa.
Sounded like Eric Morecambe then.
Did I?
It'll cost £1!
The whole pound goes to Comic Relief. You must be 16 or over and always ask the bill payer's permission. Full terms and conditions and to donate online, bbc.co.uk/Radio 1.
We've got a big milestone coming up, so please help if you can.
Please help if you can. Please help.
I'm going to do another text.
You need to... Are you ready?
Yeah.
Have you borrowed your boyfriend's phone?
No,
You're not
I'm doing
text
one an
loads.
hour.
text the word Chris to 70011, and I'll do it as well. Can you check the printer, please, Alan?
Dom's gone to get it for me.
Right, where's he gone?
Checking the printers.
All right, well, we'll see if it works. What you got for the rest of the day, John? Voiceovers, corporate work, your money grabbing.
I have got an after-dinner speech in Wales.
Have you really? Oh, that's Alan's part of the country. He can help you with the language.
What, is that tonight?
That's tonight, yes. Yes.
Very nice.
Do you really speak after the dinner?
Yeah, you do.
Does it, when you do after dinner speaking, it's always after everyone's eaten?
Usually, yes. I mean, sometimes they have it in between, which is a bit odd. I think it's better at the end. You know, they clear the pudding away, everyone has the coffee, and then you go on.
Right, nice. And you go on and you do your little routine of all your voices?
Yeah, you just do a little turn, and then you sort of say to the audience, right, give us a name, give us a voice, and just try and freestyle it a bit and see,
I like that.
See where it takes you.
Lovely.
Well, if you go into that by pure coincidence tonight, please shout Professor Brian Cox, and John will go, sure, no worries. Is it not printed?
Nothing, I'm afraid.
Oh, I'm trying to get these lyrics for Things Can Only Get Better.
And unfortunately, the next guest is here as well. So what can I do to help?
We'll save it. Let's save it.
Okay.
For another time.
All right.
Well,
John-
maybe the next guest can try and help and join in. Maybe we'll keep joining.
Well, that's Steve Jobs, and he knows how to work the printer. Not really.
I know some of them anyway. It's like things
I've got them here.
can only
look.
get better.
Oh, they're on the screen, all right?
Oh, yeah.
Now, I don't have...
it is, yes,
I
yes.
don't have, sadly, the Sky at Night music. Let's see if I can have something slightly like it.
Isn't it something like you can walk my way, you can wear my
That's
shoes?
it, yeah. You can walk my
Oh,
path.
hang on. I'll turn you into a robot. Hang on. It's all...
Excellent.
No,
Is it you can walk my path?
no, stop it. No, you can't do that.
Doctor, you will obey me.
No, okay.
Let's have a look. Here we go. Right, D. Ream, the lyrics thereof, as recited by Professor Brian Cox.
It's beautiful.
You can walk my path. You can wear my shoes. Learn to talk like me and be an angel too. But maybe you're never gonna feel this way. You ain't never gonna know me. But I know you.
That's nice, that. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
There's sketch in the making there.
Yeah. If you do that on the telly, I want a credit.
Yeah, okay.
Now, John, thanks for coming in.
It's a pleasure.
You're a good lad.
Pleasure.
Thank you, John.
Enjoyed you with Mr. Jam last night.
He was
Were
good,
you
wasn't he?
listening?
Yeah, I was, yes.
Do you know what really enjoyed? I've enjoyed all of it
Yeah.
so far. I must be honest, it's been really good. Don't know if I want to do it again though, I could quite happily go home. But I mean, apart from that, it's been good. And we've done a ridiculous amount of money. The audience have been
It's amazing.
superb.
Amazing.
Listeners have been great.
It's breathtaking, actually. It really is. It's
Yeah.
breathtaking.
Well, John, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome.
Hey, maybe you can play me some Dizzy Temper or 50 Rascal.
Right. If you want, we can have an old walking off.
Ah,
Between
there we
you
go.
and me.
Yeah.
And maybe even Dave.
Oh, yes. A triangulization of organisms.
Howdy ho. I don't know. I'm going to say, what Mrs. Wogan was saying, Dave's impression, is not actually very accurate. What do you say?
Hey, I think that's a fine old start there.
I think she'd be disappointed.
Where's he from?
I don't know.
I think they'd be disappointed.
Leave me
I'm
alone.
Terry Wogan,
It's
very nice.
Imagine if Terry Wogan was from Blackburn.
Exactly. Anyway, all right, what are we going to play?
Congratulations. You're going to do this. You're absolutely going to do this.
Well, we'll see, John. Each
You are.
hour,
You are.
we're taking each hour as it comes.
Exactly. By the inch, it's a cinch. By the yard, it's hard.
Oh, you're good. What the hell are you talking about? Really, now? We're going to try and keep it clean, John, right? What are you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, it's the John Cole Show. Oh, are you working on a Charlie Sheen?
Yeah, probably. I think, yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, if you
keeps
need
on.
any help, obviously don't forget, not that I'm milking this message, but he did send us a message.
Hey there, this is Charlie, the Warlock Sheen, giving a big shout out to Chris Moyles and Zero Comedy Dave of BBC Radio 1.
There you go.
Well, he sounds bonkers, doesn't it?
And that's the real him.